Hey, yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Cristo coming back at you live. As always, I got my boy with me.
What's going on, guys? It is September 1st, episode 27. Yes, you heard me right. It is already September.
Episode 27, September 1st, baby.
August just flew by, man.
Started to be the end of the year. Yeah, but it's still killer hot out here, dude.
Dude, it is. I thought I was going to melt on the walk over here.
I know, and you touch my door handle, it's all hot.
I was like, it was like melting. Got burns all over me. 3rd-degree burns. You got house insurance, bro?
Yeah.
Homeowners?
Yeah, homeowners.
Oh, good, because I'm suing you.
2nd degree burn.
Second
Some
degree.
ice on it. Saying
Yeah,
3rd
dude.
degree.
And then I got also suing you for emotional trauma.
Distress.
I can't touch door handles anymore, dude.
You have to use one of those little key fob things to open doors nowadays.
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, those things that got, like, all huge during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta
Today's Friday, man. Usually we do these on Thursdays, but, you know, people
true.
got things to do.
Yeah,
you know,
dude,
we got
people be
things to
busy,
do.
dude.
We be busy. Came back at you live on a Friday.
Yeah.
You know,
We don't forget about you. We don't forget about you. We know you're here.
forget the guy in the back.
Yeah, that guy right there.
What's up, bro?
Ronnie.
Ronnie, Lonnie, Tommy,
Whoever's back there.
Tommy Hilfiger.
He's my imaginary friend.
What's going on, man? What you been hearing lately in the news, or what's going on with yourself?
Not much, man. Just been living the dream, living the American dream, you know. American dream today is just working so you can just pay off your bills.
Tell you what, dude.
Yeah, man, but I just been hearing a lot of stuff going on in space, man.
You into that space stuff?
I'm into that space stuff.
Well, we've been talking about like UFOs and disclosures and things like that. I think the government put out an article saying they're going to put out a website where they're going to release classified documents. So you'll be able to see like videos,
Really?
photos, more things on that line. It's called, it's like the AARO. So it's called like the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office.
Okay.
And just like I said, it kind of like something where they're gonna like post about all the articles and things like that. You know what I mean?
That is actually pretty cool, man.
So we'll see what they give us. It's probably gonna be like more blobs. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
this is the best we got. This is a crystal clear video footage of it, and it's like a blob. You're like, what the heck is
It's like
this? dude?"
blatantly blocked out.
Yeah.
Meow, wow. You
Or
just hear the
maybe-
guy in the corner that's making the noises. You're like, I see that guy right there. He's like, no,
the
you
camera's
don't.
all panning over. He's all in the corner.
Yeah, man. I'll have to check that out. And actually, when it comes out, we'll see
See some more stuff.
some more stuff, dude.
Maybe we'll see like the moon images, and we'll see like a moon base.
Oh, yeah, dude.
They say it's out there. Who knows?
They
man?
say there's pyramids out there,
That's what they
up
say.
in there, yeah.
Well, it's kind of like that face of Mars. Remember back in the day, it was like a
Oh,
big old
yeah.
thing where they took a picture of that rock, and it was kind of like the image of the
Yeah.
shadow of the moon or the Mars rock. And it looked like a face.
I do remember that. I
Yeah,
do
it's
remember
probably
that.
something like that too. Who knows, man?
That's got to be just like coincidence,
Yeah.
some type of anomaly.
yeah,
The wind, or it could just be a face.
Just like I said, just like
ancient
the-
structures.
yeah. Who knows, man?
I don't know.
India's gonna find out soon.
Yeah,
because
dude.
they put that. They just launched last
Oh
week.
yeah. They just launched a rover, and they're actually launching. They're launching another one tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Another mission. It's called the Adida. Sorry if I'm butchering this, but Adida L1, I think, is the craft, and it's gonna go to the sun and observe the sun. Pretty wild, right?
Yeah, I mean, when I think there was like some article came out where there was like a solar flare recently about the sun. So a lot of people are always worried about like a natural EMP where like that solar flare comes and just like disrupts like electronical BS.
Yeah, they said that was gonna happen.
They say that always. They say
Yeah.
things like that always gonna happen.
But
you know?
that'd be cool to actually see something.
Solar
Whenever
flare.
it makes it, actually see some up close stuff. I mean, I think we have telescopes that can see stuff like that, but I think this one's gonna be like up close and personal. And I don't know how they would do that without it melting.
And what's crazy is like India is like doing all these space adventures. It's like in the low budget compared to everybody else.
Well,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
I mean, that's good. Maybe they just found a way to do it better.
I was reading
cheaper.
this thing. They said that it cost more money to make this certain film than it did India to launch the thing on the moon. I forgot what
Jeez,
movie it
dude.
was, but I was like, holy moly.
That's kind of like a slap in the face to our, like NASA and
Oh yeah,
SpaceX and all that.
yeah, man. It's just well, I don't know. Nowadays, I just feel like the government's trying to just get their hands in our pockets and soak us dry.
Yeah, I could see it.
Just kind of like I don't know. We talked offline about that song, North of Richmond. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's just like that song's been going out huge. I think it came out 3 weeks ago and it's got like 52 million views.
Going viral.
Talked about he was on the Rogan podcast. You know what I mean? And a lot of people might be upset with that young man, but he's like 31, same as our age. So it can relate to the things that he was saying. He was saying like, growing up, it's a lot more different. Like chivalry's dead now, and there's not a lot of people, holding doors for people, or you see a pregnant woman, you don't give her seat. He was saying things like that. Now it's just like we're coming into a modern time where it's just a lot more tougher, and it seems like a lot more the government's got our foot on our neck and stuff like that.
Yeah, and like you said, chivalry is dying. You don't see a lot of that stuff that was commonplace.
Yeah, and then I was also Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan's another. He's a CIA operative, or no, not CIA. He was in the government, the military, and he was talking about the same thing too. That's why I kind of touched up on the chivalry topic, because he was saying the same thing too. He was saying that men in our generation, we want to help. We want to help. These people or these women, and then they're like bad mouthing us because we hold the door open for the wrong person. They just start screaming at us.
Yeah, I guess I didn't see
you
it
don't
that
need to
way.
do that. I'm an independent woman. This and that. It's like, well, it has nothing to do with that. I was just being a nice guy. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I guess I really didn't think about it that way. That's a
just
good way
weird
to look at it, man. I mean, you're just going about your life just genuinely trying to be a nice guy, and then you just never know what you're doing you think is going to be like nice, and then like you say, you get turned around and get scolded for just trying to do something that you thought was
just being nice,
being genuine, just being nice, man.
Chivalry's dead nowadays, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. That is unfortunate. Hopefully it gets better. Hopefully it gets better, but I guess only time will tell, man. Only time will tell.
Yes, sir. And then you like bull riding, bro? Yeah, you like that? The cowboys and stuff?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I got a story for you, man. This guy is from Nebraska, and he's bull riding, right? Mm-hmm. And then you're like, okay, maybe I'll seem interested in this bull ride and see what's going on. And it's not a bull rider you think it is. It's an actual bull in this dude's car. And this bull weighs about 202 pounds. But like 200, how do I say it? 2,200 pounds, so 2,200 pounds. This thing is in this car. No, it's just kind of little like Cadillac looking car, dude. It's got big old longhorns. It's a longhorn bull, dude.
Let me take a look here.
The bull's name's Howdy Doody. So they caught him and the highway patrol caught him in Nebraska, dude. So maybe we can pull that up and check it out, man. But this thing is massive, dude. Bigger than the car. And it's like, I think he like cut out like the left side, like the passenger side of the vehicle. And this dude has this bull Howdy Doody in it, man. It's crazy, dude.
I'm speechless, dude.
Look at that thing.
Look at this.
Bull rider, baby.
I mean, and it's a real bull.
Look at those.
Look at that thing.
Longhorns, dude.
I mean, what's going? Oh, dude, look at the back. It's just as you would expect it. Oh my gosh,
that's funny.
Howdy Doody.
Howdy Doody.
I thought you were talking about like bull riding,
like Lane Frost, 8 seconds. Was that it?
How you think they're like best friends?
Well, I mean, now they are.
Whoa, dude! I bet you he gets bad miles per gallon, man.
Yeah, that thing.
Doing that thing. I mean, that's funny, impressive. Huh? That's funny, holy cow!
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Can you imagine just driving down? What would you do? If you saw that driving?
I don't know. I'd probably be an idiot and take my phone out and crash. But yeah, I'd be like, "What the hell is this guy thinking, man?" Yeah, I would be like dumbfounded, speechless. I'm like, "Look at this idiot!" But then again, ingenuity, man. Yeah. This thing's got like a guardrail, like a fence rail. You see that?
Yeah, I did see that.
I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
dude.
That's impressive, man." I mean, hats off to the guy, I guess. He's like, I need to get my bull around.
America's finest, dude. Ingenuity, man.
America's finest, dude. Whoa, that's pretty cool. But, dude, do you know what else was cool is that I think we should be able to watch 2 rocket launches tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you were talking about India, and then who else? What else is the other one?
So India's launching tomorrow, I believe. So check that out. So September 2nd, and then SpaceX is also launching a Falcon rocket to, and I think they're launching it for, so they're launching it low orbit to show like military forces, not the way I'm looking at it. Yeah, so SpaceX is launching a rocket, Falcon rocket, to just show how we can possibly equip rockets in like outer space, and they're taking it to like the space station out there.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying?
That is crazy, bro.
That is crazy.
Well, I'm glad that it's in American side. You know what I mean? Because Lord knows what would happen if it found up in like the Russian hands.
Well, I thought at first I thought it was just like, they were just launching a rocket, and then I like was reading more into it, and I was like,
remember, I think it was like a couple episodes ago we were talking about how Elon Musk's satellites were giving off like nuclear waste or something like that. Remember we were talking about that?
yeah.
So I can only imagine what else is going to be next on these other rockets and
Right.
stuff. But can you imagine and the dangerous possibilities it would be to have rockets floating in orbit? Just what happens if like something happens out there, dude? Boom, blows up.
Yeah, it's scary. I mean,
because there's articles out there, or not articles, but pictures of like all the space debris that's out there and stuff like that.
I guess there's a lot. I actually just read a lot about that too, about that space debris.
So there's like that asteroid field, right? And then now they got like the junk debris. There's all this junk out there. They say it's worse to navigate through than an asteroid field.
That is crazy. And that's all the stuff that's coming off the rockets while they're launching.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, oh, that's crazy. I was just reading about that. That's wild, because you think about the people littering here on Earth, and then you're thinking, out of sight, out of mind. You're like, oh, space is beautiful, and you get up there, and you're like, what is this?
And then I was reading another article about like there's like a thing that they put out where they're like kind of collecting all the space debris and stuff like that, and it got hit by other space debris, so it just kind of like
got taken
out
out
in pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, that's no joke, man. I mean, do you think about all these millions and billions of dollars that they're
taxpayers'
spending,
money, bud,
and then it just goes up there to get hit by their junk.
Yeah.
They're like,
stuff
that
been there.
that piece right there costs $10 million, but it just floats here. We consider it space
Pretty
junk.
much, dude.
That's wild, man.
So SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket, huh?
Yep, yeah, and it says right here, the launch is the second of 2 Falcon 9 missions to carry SDA demonstration for spacecraft for future constellation of military missile tracking and data relay satellites.
Scary, dude. It reminds me of like the cartoons where there's like a big old satellite with this big old red rocket pointing down at the Earth.
Dude, seriously. And speaking of satellites, Space Force, I think it's the Victus Nox, is what they call on hot standby right now. And what that means is that at any point in time, they are going to be able to give a exact estimate. Like, say, in 6 months, they're going to have a rocket/satellite that can go just right into lower Earth orbit and just stay there. And that's like a satellite. It's like up there, just boom, boom, back. Just launching satellites out into orbit like Amazon, man.
It's crazy because, like, how a few years back, I think it was like, 2011, I want to say, where like SpaceX first landed that rocket where it came down and then landed back and it could be reused. So huge. I can only imagine what technologies they're going to put out now. But like you said, that thing floating in orbit, that's going to be crazy, man.
That is going to be crazy.
So
I mean, that's a lot of attention.
So that's going to get a lot of attention for us. That's good because, we're still involved in that, space race.
Right.
We want to be the team that has all those defensive things in the air because we don't want no one else to have it. So, I mean, who knows, like, if the Russians are like, oh, they got one of those up there, we need to put 2 up there.
Yep.
And that's exactly what it's going to be like. So who knows? So maybe we need to have I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's like you said, you put something up there and then it's just going to be floating around with like nuclear particles or whatever. And, if someone just wants to go up there just because we did it and they do it like not in a good manner,
in a humane way,
and then it just like explodes and like, oh, by the way, there's now just nuclear radiation.
Everybody in South America is gonna get leaked radiation on them. So like, Jesus, but that's kind of scary, man.
It is, man.
It's kind of like, who knows what's gonna happen because all these new anomalies and UFOs and government stuff like that. A lot of people think like they're like monitoring us, make sure we're not gonna blow ourselves up and things like that. Right. A lot of people say that, so. Maybe we'll see some like orb or some light do something when that does happen.
That would be crazy. But let me ask you another thing, because we're on the subject of space, satellites, rockets, and stuff like that. So
Space House Rockets. Shout out to my dad, Estes Rockets.
Estes Rockets.
Love you,
Oh
Dad.
yeah, Estes Rockets. Yeah, yes. Shout out. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Estes Rockets. I remember always playing with that. This dude, Rockets are awesome, man. Yeah, but anyway, so Osiris Rex, I think has been on we'll say it's about a three-year long mission. It got launched in 2020, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it is coming back after collecting samples of an asteroid.
Whoa.
And it's supposed to be back in September 24th. I think it's when it's landing. And you can also watch that too, so that's cool. But
Oh, cool.
what do you think? Do you think it's a good idea that they're bringing stuff like that back?
Okay, so that's like, I don't know, like that Spider-Man Venom, you know, how like that thing come on them and then it's like, you know, that something like that could happen. But they say like most of these asteroids have like very rare minerals on them, elements on them that not from here. So maybe it'll be a good thing, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what's on there.
That'd be crazy.
Microorganisms.
That's what I'm
weird looking
thinking.
bacteria or something. Bring it back, infect a host, and that host infects everybody else.
Yeah. So
we watch too many movies, man.
That's it, man. That's it. But I think that's fascinating. So I think it'd be cool to figure out, you know, if it was some type of organism, you know, because we already know, obviously, there's life outside of Earth, and if it's like some precious mineral, it'd be crazy that, you know, if we're like, yeah, this is better than carbon fiber, stronger than steel. Sure. Now we're going to go up and start mining asteroids. You know, that'd be cool.
I think that I always remember hearing them saying that they always wanted to mine asteroids and stuff like that. So we'll see.
Yeah.
See if it's worth it.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Lot going on in outer space. So I think, like you said, the space race, quote unquote, is back in action, I would say, which is cool, which is exciting for me. I'm a nerd when it comes to stuff like that, so
yeah, it definitely makes the brain tick.
Yeah, definitely. So what else has been going on with you, man?
Just chilling like a villain, buddy. Oh, you know, I'm always, you know, on the highways and stuff like that, and I always like to take the toll roads, you know, because they're a little bit faster.
Oh yeah, I mean, who doesn't like that convenience?
You know, but I'll be honest with you, man, I don't really finish it, so when they don't have to take a picture of my license plate.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Get out of there.
Smart.
You know, crossing the double white line, which they tell you not to do or you'll get a fine.
Right.
So I just read an article yesterday, about toll roads in Colorado. They're going to be on the enforcement and they're going to fine you double money. It's up to like, I don't know, 80 bucks a ticket, maybe more than that, because it's causing more. They said it's like dangerous for drivers to be weaving out of those double lanes and things like that, because you're already going 80, 90 miles an hour.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to give a quick heads up to those people out there who are always traveling in and out of those, you know, from here to Denver.
Good looking.
Because that corridor. Because I know I always be speeding down there, allegedly, you know.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, it's kind of hard not to, you know. Sometimes you're just trying to keep up with traffic. You don't want to be you don't want to be the slow car in the line, you know. You know, I think people get even more upset about that, you know.
Well, if you're in the fast lane and the left lane, you need to keep going. And if you're not, get to the right side.
Yes, and I don't think a lot of people do that. And
if you see me coming behind you, you need to move over because I'm coming. And, like, I was following this dude the other day, and he was, like, a classic fast car driver, bro. He's all beaming his lights, and they were all pulling over. Beaming his lights, they were all pulling over. So I was like right behind him.
Oh, you were just following him? You're like, if this guy gets a ticket, I'll get up on his ticket.
Yeah, it's like, what do you call that? Bear trap, bear bait?
I don't know. I haven't heard about that before.
Like there's always a faster car in front of you, so if they're gonna get somebody, they're gonna get him first.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's crazy. That's gonna be a lot of money. I don't actually know how they're gonna be able to enforce it. Do you think they're gonna be like, we tracked you from an airplane?
So I guess there's gonna be a whole bunch of like parked vehicles on the side of the roads. There's big signs everywhere now. So just give a quick shout out to all you people out there speeding, bruh.
Yeah, watch out. Watch out for the parked cars. Watch out. Because you never know, it might be just a dummy in there, and the other dude's off fishing, you know?
You remember that car out there in Florence? They'd always park in front of the State Patrol office with that dummy in it.
Yes, I know what you're talking about now.
The speed limit's like 20 miles an hour through there, and it's like there's like a dude, just like a dummy.
That's got me a couple times. I'm going like 40, which is really not that fast, and I see that, and I'm just like, I'm like, oh, dude, I'm dead. He's got me dead to rights right now. He's going to come write me a ticket, and I look over, and I'm like, okay, all right. I haven't got a ticket in like 8 years.
I got I got a traffic violation a couple months ago, but I went to traffic court. And,
what were you violating?
Just something, and then, you know, late at night, you know, the only okay, so I got pulled over. It was like 1:30 in the morning, dude. I was picking up somebody from the red eye when you're
Oh yeah,
flying
the
from-
red eye.
you know,
Yeah,
the red eye,
yeah.
and it was in a stupid storm, bro. And we're coming back. It's late. It's like 1:30. I think my ticket said on there, and
Yeah.
they pulled us over because the license plates were obstructed by snow, and it was that bad blizzard. And I was like, dude, how are you gonna pull me over saying my license plate's been covered in snow when I've literally been driving from Canyon to Denver? And I told him this, and it was a female officer, and she was like, "Oh well, we were just, you know, this and that." I'm like, "No, you guys thought we were doing something wrong because there's 3 of us in here. It's cold. We all have our hoods up. We nothing wrong. Stop at a gas station," and that's where they pulled us over.
Oh, at a
We're
gas station. Oh, okay.
And
so
I
they've
was
been
like,
following you.
I seen them. We pulled in, and they're already in there. I was like, okay, no problem. So we go in there and get gas or whatever, and then we pull out. And as soon as we pull out, they put
Light
their
you
lights
up.
on. And I was like, okay, well, I don't understand what the big problem was. Maybe it's in the middle. It's in the blizzard, bro. So you can't see street lights or turn signals and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, maybe he caught me because I turned in the wrong lane or something because I
Right.
just went across the street to the other gas station. And no, pulled me over because my license plate was obstructed. And I was like, you're kidding me, bro. And it was like I couldn't pull up my card information
yeah.
on my card on my phone.
It all starts happening. Yeah.
And I was like, you got to be kidding me. I was like, I have insurance. I have it. It's just, you know, something's going on. And they're like,
Right.
oh, well, it's all proof of insurance. You're going to get this, and that. You got to go to court. And I was like,
Of course.
So I had to go to court out there, and I was sitting out there for, I don't know,
You had to
2
drive all the
hours.
way back up?
I was in Douglas County.
And they, oh, dude, that's
Castle
even,
Rock. I was in Castle Rock.
that's
Right? Douglas
ridiculous.
County, Castle
yeah.
Rock.
Yeah.
So I had to go out there. My appointment was like at 9 o'clock in the morning. No, it was it was about early. I was sitting there for like 2 hours, and the dude's like, "Hey, what's going on? Blah blah blah. My name is so. I'll be your dude working your case." And I was like, "Well, I laid out the line and all this and that." And he's like, "Oh, well, do you have insurance?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, let me see it." And I showed him. He's like, "All right, see you later." Did some paperwork. Have a good day. I was like, "Oh,
All
thanks,
that
man."
for nothing. Waste
Yeah,
your time.
dude. But yeah, complete waste of my time.
Waste your time.
Doing
Dang,
that.
that's crazy.
That's the last time I got pulled over. That was a few months ago.
Yeah.
Or not a few months ago. It was probably last
You're
year.
like out there. You're like,
I didn't tell nobody because I thought it was bullshit.
yeah, it is, man. It is. I mean, I'm glad you got off because that's
Yeah,
that's
BS.
stupid. You're like, I'm in the middle of a blizzard right now.
Oh yeah, common sense says my thing's gonna get obstructed by
Right.
snow.
Right.
Everybody's is. And I turned around,
Yeah.
and the person I was with, and he was like, "What about yours? Yours are covered too." You know, the cops. Oh, we're not worried about that right now. We're just worried about you.
Of course.
Whatever, dude. Whatever, man.
Of course, man. It'd be like that sometimes, man.
What's the last time you got we're around the law enforcement?
The last time
You don't have to say it if you don't want to say it either.
no, it was something dumb. I was driving back home from Colorado Springs because my mom had just bought a car, and I just came into Penrose, and a state trooper pulled me over, and I'll never forget because when he pulled me over, and I was like, dude, what is going on? Like, I'm not doing anything. He pulls over, and then my dad pulls over behind me, and he comes up, and he's like, you know why I pulled you over today? And he's shaking. I'm like, dude, why is this guy shaking? You know, maybe he had a lot of caffeine. You know, maybe he was pulling all-nighter. But anyway, I guess that's besides the point. I got pulled over for not having my lights on, and it was still like
Dawn.
done.
Dusk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know if they get like points for every person they pull over or like a quota they have to make. But I'm like, I mean, he was cool about it, you know, but still, it was kind of just weird. You know what I mean? I just felt like I could have made it all the way home without lights, you know, it wasn't dark at all.
Yeah.
And I have day running lights, so when it gets too dark, they just come on automatically.
Oh,
so
yeah. I don't. Yeah.
every car
Who
has
knows?
that.
Who knows? He saw a Mexican in the driver's seat, bro, and he wanted to get you for something.
I feel like it is like that sometimes, dude.
Stereotyping.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I've been pulled over when I was younger that way here before. I mean, for no reason. I was just driving and pulls me over, and he's like, license, registration. I'm like, okay, what can I help you with? And he's like, do you know how fast you're going? I'm like, no. And he's like, you're going 34 and a 30.
Oh my gosh. Is that even legal? I don't even think that's
mean,
legal. I think they can only pull you over if you're going like, I think it's like 6 over.
Yeah. And
I don't know.
I think that was one of the first tickets I ever got. And I was literally just coming back from a friend's by my house. 34 and a 30 gave me a ticket. And at this time, you know, I had my all my piercings in. For all those who don't know me, I had my long
yeah.
hair, I had piercings, nose piercings and all that stuff. And then, but I took it to court, and they were like, dismissed.
See you later.
See you later.
Ah.
Thanks for wasting my time.
I had jury duty the other day, bro.
You actually had to go in?
Well, I thought it was on a Monday, or I thought it was like on a, I don't know what day it was on.
It was on a day.
It was on a day, and I forgot to call, and I forgot to see if I was in there. I was sweating bullets, bro. And I was all looking up, what happens if you don't attend jury duty and it says punishable by jail time or a fine? And I'm over here sweating bullets, dude. And I'm like, okay, it was yesterday. I'm just going to call the number to see what happens. I call the number, and they're like, thank you for calling. Your case has been dismissed. And I was like, oh my gosh, man. I was over here, I couldn't sleep or nothing, dude. I was like, I'm going to get in trouble, man.
Man, I always worry about that. But till this day, I've never actually had to go into one. I've got them several times.
Yeah.
And I was in school before, so they always just waive them if you're in school. And then after that, I'd always get one, but then you check the day before, and then it's always dismissed. And I did have a buddy that did go to one, my buddy Ben B, and he got like a case that he had to go for like 3 days, dude.
See, that'd be cool to do.
It'd be like
See,
3
people,
days.
I don't know. I get mixed emotions and mixed feelings about people who are like, oh man, I got jury duty. They're like, oh, I hope you don't go, or hope you don't. You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
like, well, I kind of want to go.
Yeah,
It's my civil duty to do this.
It's
you
my
know?
civil right. Yeah, I guess
You
you're
know?
right. I mean, yeah, I guess it could be exciting. Like I said, I don't know. I've never been to one. I think my mom has.
A lot of, yeah.
I know you can just go sit in on them too. I think.
I ain't that nosy, bro.
There's people that do that, man.
that nosy.
There's people that do that. They're like, what's going on board today? Oh, there's a
I
hearing this
remember
morning.
I got in a wreck with Jake Bullock over there in his Red Eclipse up there on.
Grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on
And,
Grand.
And they're like, this is a court date. This is this, and that. We told him, and Jake's like, hey man, I'll call you when I need a witness. I never attended, never got a call, but I guess it was the kid admitted to it was his fault. Cause the dude was just turned right into us, dude. We seen it plain as day, and bam, we had a whole bunch of like car equipment in there, like radars and jammers and things like that. So his mom came by and then took everything out of the car.
Cool mom, shout out mom. Cool mom.
My head hit the windshield. Boom.
Oh, did it really?
Didn't crack it or nothing.
Still, that's gotta hurt, man.
The one that hurt the most was I got in a wreck in Texas with Tyler Bigley and his Ford, his dad's Ford, old school. Hit my side, smashed it, bro. I had a headache and I was sore for a couple days. But I was on vacation out there, so I was like, I'm good.
Man, you were young too.
Yeah, I think
so that's
I was
good.
Like 19,
Recouping fast.
Can you imagine if it happened now? I'd be like, I can't move.
I'm suing you for $150,000. Have you seen those videos where those people see, someone sees someone get in a car accident and they're like, you got insurance? And they're like, yeah. And he's like, I'm jumping in this thing right now.
I have seen those. Yeah. Whose fault is it? It's his. You got insurance? Yeah, get in.
He's like, I'm jumping in. He gets a seatbelt on. He's like,
that's funny, bro.
Hey, man, I guess, if you're smart that way, there's a lot of people that play the system like that, unfortunately. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that's for sure, man.
Yeah.
It's a beast. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sports? Anything sports related? You got football coming back
Football's
on.
coming up.
The first game this season for the Broncos is the Raiders on Sunday.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
So that'll be good.
I'm excited for this.
UFC
this
Saturday. UFC Saturday is, I think it starts at
1
or 12.
Do you know who's fighting?
It's let me pull it up my phone real quick.
Is it a pay-per-view event?
No, it shouldn't be a pay-per-view event. But let me double check. I should have this ready for you guys when I come on here all the time, but
I know you are the UFC guy.
Should be UFC Fight Night. What is it? Oh, this is in France, Paris.
Oh, no
right?
way.
Paris.
So you people out in France.
Cairo game. I can't pronounce that dude's name. Was it Spivak?
Spivak.
And then you have Rose Nami Nunes coming back. Thiago. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Check it out, all you France people. But I think we need to start extending our time on here, man. You know what I'm saying?
We need to do something, man, because I'm having too much fun on here, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a good time with you, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. But as always,
get your message across, anybody. Get your message out there.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That's what I was going to say.
Like, comment, subscribe, wash your butt.
Peace.